Texas Motor Speedway General Manager Rob Ramage is pleased to have the Texas Department of Transportation and the Texas Department of Public Safety with us today to talk about something we're all very familiar with here at Texas Motor Speedway, speed. While speed is a good thing at a racetrack, speeding on Texas streets and highways is not. Today, TxDOT is kicking off a new statewide campaign aimed at getting drivers to be safe and slow down. First, I'd like to introduce Michael Chacon, the Director of Traffic Safety Division for the Texas Department of Transportation. Michael, would you like to tell us why it's so important for TxDOT to launch this speeding program campaign across the state today?
Absolutely, and thank you. Good afternoon. Thank you, Dave, Rob, and the rest of the team here at Texas Motor Speedway for helping us raise awareness about the dangers of speeding. Our efforts here today are imperative to help spread our message. Speed is the #1 cause of traffic crashes in Texas, and we know driving at high speed increases the severity of a crash and the risk that a crash will be fatal. Last year, there were more than 163,000 speed-related crashes in our state, and 1,534 people died as a result. That's an average of 4 people killed daily in Texas due to speed-related crashes. That's too many. In fact, at TxDOT, we believe 1 death from a preventable crash is too many. Speeding is dangerous, but it's also costly to drivers who can face an expensive fine, serious injury, or death. We're partnering with law enforcement across the state next month on a special speeding enforcement called Operation Slowdown. In addition to writing tickets, law enforcement will be spending extra time driving the roadways, demonstrating what a safe speed looks like. Look for state troopers and local officers, and check your speed as we work together to curb speeding related crashes in Texas. And remember that driving a safe speed doesn't mean just obeying the speed limit. You should drive to conditions of the road. Motorists should slow down if there's bad weather, if traffic is heavy, or if they're driving through a work zone or a school zone. Many crashes and fatalities are preventable if drivers simply slow down. There's no appointment, meeting, or other commitment that's worth risking your life or the lives of others. We haven't had a deathless day on Texas roads since November 7th of 2000. Every day since that date, we have lost at least 1 person every day. That's a streak we have to end. You can help end the streak of daily deaths on our roadways by observing the posted speed limit and matching your speed to road conditions. It's important to remember that the speed campaign isn't really about tickets. It's about saving lives and preventing serious injuries and deaths. Let's leave speeding to the professionals on this racetrack. And as the sign says around the whole complex, don't race home. We all want to get home safely. Thank you for helping us share this important message. And let's all do our part to end the streak of fatalities on our roadways. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael, and thank you, TxDOT, for spreading the speeding message to drivers on our Texas roads. Next, I'd like to introduce Major Jeremy Sherrod from the Texas Department of Public Safety. I know you've seen your share of high-speed incidents, sir. Would you tell us how DPS is supporting this effort here in the Metroplex?
Thank you, Dave. Rob, thank you as well for having me. And I'll tell you, on behalf of the Texas Department of Public Safety, we're proud to support this effort to encourage motorists to drive a safe speed. And that's just not here in the Dallas, Fort Worth area. That's all across the state. You see, a big part of the TxDOT campaign, like we said, is Operation Slowdown. You see, during Operation Slowdown, you're going to see an increased effort of troopers, law enforcement officers across the state, concentrating their efforts and focusing on speed-related violations. You see, there's been an average of 450 speed-related crashes a day. So it's very evident that motorists in Texas need a reminder of slowing down. Now, there's no doubt that motorists driving see a black and white on the side of the road or see an officer, it slows them down. And even the threat of a citation will slow them down as well. But that's not the message today. The message today is that speeding is more than just against the law. So when it comes to speeding, speeding does so many things, and it increases a number of things. It increases the ability, number one, for you to lose control of your vehicle. Number two, it increases the distance that you have to slow down to avoid a collision. not only does speed do those two things, but it also can increase the severity of a crash and also increase the severity of injuries involved with the crash. More than anything, overall, speeding can kill. So as we go into the summer, school's letting out, we want motorists to remember a couple of things. And first off is always remember to pay attention to the speed limit signs. And to go along with that, we encourage motorists to not just pay attention to the speed limit signs, but to drive for the roadway conditions. We all know this is Texas. The weather could be snowing in Amarillo and sunny here in the North Texas region. But what is most importantly, that we drive for the roadway conditions. And at the end of the day, it's the motorists that can help do their part to save lives. So again, thank you for having me, and I hope that this operation goes well.
Thank you, Major Sherrod. At Texas Motor Speedway, we're excited to partner with TxDOT on this campaign. Here to discuss our partnership and talk more about why high speeds should be kept on the racetrack is Texas Motor Speedway General Manager Rob Ramage.
Well, thank you all first and foremost for joining us. This is an important moment for Texas Motor Speedway. Simplistically, speed is our business, but these are professionals, engineers, drivers, people with training, and people with advanced safety equipment. Our roadways and highways are not the place for speeders and people to act careless and reckless. You heard the statistics. They're shocking. It's an honor for us to partner with you and all the good people at TxDOT. Let's leave speeding at the racetrack, and let's leave it for the professionals who know what they're doing, and we're going to help you in those statistics and in that daily death fatality related to speed from our motorists in the great state of Texas. This is a huge honor for us, and we proudly thank and support everyone at our great Texas Department of Public Service. Thank you.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Major Sherrod. Thank you, Michael. This now concludes the inside portion of the program. As I said, we're going to gather up as a group. I think we have a pretty decent-sized group here, and we're going to get out to the start-finish line as quickly as possible. We are a few minutes ahead of schedule, so we'll get out there, be set and ready to go once the track goes cold, and we'll do the photo op out there. And then if there are any requests for one-on-ones, we'll come back in here and take care of those then. Thank you very much.